Hello, everyone. Today, I want to bring your attention to something that may be a touchy subject for some, and that is mental health conditions and suicide. And I understand if you wish to skip this one out. That is fine. But this topic is still very important to talk about because mental health conditions are actually more common than you may think. I want you to sit for a moment and just think about how many people in your life you may know that may be affected by mental illness. Some of you may know someone personally that is affected. Others may not think anyone in their life is affected by mental illness. But if you didn't know, almost 60 million Americans live with a mental health condition in any given year, which is about 23% or 1 in 5 people. So that means, whether you know or not, 1 out of every 5 people you see daily could be struggling with mental illness. These people could be passersby you see in public spaces, people you go to work or school with, or even a close friend or family member. It is important for us to remember that mental illness isn't always visible, and everyone's struggle looks different. You may have an idea in your head of what someone with depression or anxiety looks like, but these stereotypes can come from the media, the people around us, or even the environment we were raised in. But I'm here to tell you that struggling with a mental illness doesn't mean you have to fit these stereotypes, and struggling with a mental illness definitely doesn't make you weak. This intense stigma surrounding mental illness can cause those struggling to fear seeking help, and these individuals may resort to other outlets of comfort, distraction, or relief, and at times they may see suicide as their only escape from their situation. But here's what we do know. Suicide is preventable. But the primary obstacle isn't a lack of solutions. It's the stigma surrounding the topic. Today, I'm asking you to join me in supporting Hope for the Day, a nonprofit organization that is transforming how we talk about mental health and breaking these stigmas with one person at a time. Hope for the Day was founded in 2011 in Chicago to honor friends and family members who have died by suicide. What began as an outreach in local music venues has evolved into a movement that's reached all 50 states, 26 different countries, and has been translated into 17 different languages. Wow. Their mission is simple, but it is revolutionary, and that is to promote proactive suicide prevention through mental health education and open conversations. Their motto is, "It's okay to not be okay," and to me, that lets those struggling know that they shouldn't feel ashamed to reach out for help. Hope for the Day implements what they call proactive prevention by creating environments that encourage mental health conversations rather than waiting for someone to reach a crisis point before they reach out. Their approach is unique because they reach out to others rather than waiting for them to reach out to them. They spread their message to the public in schools, workplaces, some festivals, and even online platforms such as Twitch. They've even opened Sip of Hope, which is a coffee shop with staff trained in mental health first aid, and all profits they make through the coffee shop go to support suicide prevention. The cause and effect relationship between mental health stigma and suicide is clear. When we don't talk about mental health, stigma thrives. And when stigma thrives, people who are struggling fear to seek help. And when they fear to seek help, they suffer in silence. And this is a cycle that continues as we continue to stay silent about mental health struggles. Here's some statistics to show you just how common different mental health disorders are. 21 million Americans are affected by depression in any given year. 1 in 7 American youth ages 6 to 17 experience a mental health disorder. 40 million Americans experience anxiety each year, which makes this the most common mental health disorder. 12.6% of American adults ages 18 to 26 experience suicidal ideation. And suicide is the second leading cause of death for people aged 10 to 34. And lastly, 2.2 million people attempted suicide in 2024. The effects of suicide ripple outward. Entire communities are left traumatized after the death of loved ones due to suicide. And the silence still continues because we still struggle to talk openly about mental health and suicide. But Hope for the Day breaks this cycle. They're peer-led, Clinically backed programs bring mental health education where it is needed most. The Things We Don't Say, which is their signature program, teaches people the skills to support their own mental health and help others in their communities. They've even expanded this into schools, offering programs from 7th to 12th grade because education is key to breaking the stigma surrounding mental health. Most importantly, Hope for the Day has been proven effective. They have earned a 96% score from Charity Navigator and received a 4-star rating for accountability and financial transparency. 100% of their proceeds go directly to suicide prevention and mental health education projects. And this shows just their measurable impact on communities at large. And finally, here's what you can do to support Hope for the Day and their cause. Firstly, you can donate. Whether it's $10 or $100, every contribution you make brings mental health education to schools, resources to communities, and hope to individuals who desperately need it. You can visit hftd.org to make a donation to this cause today. Next, you can simply spread the message. Start conversations about mental health in your own circles and communities. Maybe even use your platform on social media to support this organization. The more we talk, the more lives are saved. You can even bring Hope for the Day to your community. You can visit the website to contact them and inquire about their workshops and speaking engagements to bring them into your school, your workplace, or organization. And their programs are customizable and can be delivered either virtually or in person. Lastly, if you're struggling yourself, use the resources from Hope for Today. Visit their website and access the resource compass, or call or text 988 to reach the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. And these resources will be on the final slide of the presentation as well. Remember that it is okay to not be okay, and you don't have to face it alone. Every 11 minutes, we lose someone to suicide. But imagine if every 11 minutes we also save someone through proactive prevention. That's the future Hope for Today is building, and they can't do it without you. Hope for the Day proves that when we encourage conversations about mental health and educate communities before crisis strikes, we replace stigma with support and save lives. Don't wait for a crisis to take action. And visit hftd.org today. Make a donation, share their mission, start a conversation. Because when we break the silence together, we create hope. And hope saves lives. Thank you.